All right, guys, we're back with more Island Tea, and we have on the line this time King Ellie. How are you doing, sir?
Well, I told you already, I'm fine, good, preparing to go see the doctors at about 12 o'clock today.
Oh,
For
wow.
a small outpatient surgery on my left arm to assist with the flow of my dialysis treatment.
Oh,
Roll
wow.
on.
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of us here have been aware,
Mm-hmm.
of your condition and stuff that you're dealing with. Um, I'm happy to hear that it's not anything too serious today, but just wishing you well with all that you have going on.
Are you wishing me well on behalf of the government of St Kitts and Nevis, sir? Because I've never heard from them.
Island tea, island tea.
Oh.
I
That's
wish I was.
island tea.
I wish I wish I was able
Good.
to speak for the government. I might have been in a better position.
I'm not trying to be facetious, but
King, you come out spicy today.
hey, Jade, I could hear you. Speak to me directly. Don't talk behind my back here.
Oh, not to me, not to me at all. I said you come out spicy today for the for the government. You sound like you had a message for them.
No. Me and you talk about them because me could still say I'm better than all of them who do win. And if they don't win, they could challenge me whenever they have a next time, and we could bet $10,000 US against anybody who could beat me. Winner take all.
Oh.
3 songs apiece.
Well, I out of that because I
3 songs
can't
apiece.
sing.
She's on a piece.
Well, put it out there. Let them understand I'm ready for them. Anytime they're ready for me.
I don't know what the outcome is if I go in, so I ain't got the money to lose.
No, you don't think so.
No, you started that by the knocking them down to heart race.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Next
but
episode, you know.
yeah, well, that much is obvious. That much is obvious, and I think some
Okay.
of that personality would have served you well back in your headache. Being involved in so many competitions all around the world, all around the Caribbean. I'm sure that really helped to propel you in some way. I mean, I've heard stories over and over from all over the place, all over Trinidad, people in Jamaica still calling your name with a certain sense
Clean
of
them up.
reverence.
Anywhere I go, I clean them up.
But I'm telling you.
Anywhere I go, I clean them up.
But I mean, we know of your exploits in St. Kitts and the dominance you would have had at the local Calypso Monarch.
Too easy.
But tell us a bit about how it was when you started competing in some of these other countries, whether it's Antigua, Trinidad, Barbados. How was it, going out there, being from St. Kitts and
Okay,
competing?
just let me give you a little education about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I am first and foremost an arranger, a musical arranger, followed by, reluctantly, band leader, naturally born composer, and a writer of music. Now, when I entered the competition in 1973, I was 20 years old, and I won the competition of the Monarch, Senior Monarch Calypso Contest and the road match that year. I was forced to enter the road match, the competition, because I only wanted to win the road match from 1971, 1972, but I wasn't allowed to win because they said only Calypsonians could win the road match. So I finally decided to enter the Calypso competition. Only for the road match, but I won the Monarch and the road match. I was 20 years old, that's 1973. Now, I had a band at the time that was budding, top band in the Caribbean, killing them up all around the small islands there. And then we ended up going to Trinidad in 1976. We went to Toronto, Canada, and New York in 1974. So my career took off as a band leader, and I had a band traveling with me. And like I told you, first and foremost, I am a musician. So my band came first. I found that if I was to enter as a Calypsonian in all the different islands, I wouldn't have a band. We wouldn't have had G.I. Brass to cheer them up. So I put G.I. Brass first at my career. As a Calypsonian, I only use that in St. Kitts. and one time in Barbados. Otherwise than that, I was traveling with my band, too busy to sing in calypso competitions. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal. Crystal.
Oh man.
What a history lesson right there, boy,
But I
for
mean,
people who didn't know.
yeah, but I mean, it must have been something, because at the time, it would have been obvious that you were taking things to a level that was
Not
unprecedented.
seen then and since. Not seen then and since. Because as a musician, as a young fella growing up, I looked for music from Trinidad, as they were the dominant musical force, as I knew it,
Right.
in the region, because we tuned into Big Ten and all the radio stations from Trinidad, which used to come and go. Before we got our radio stations that is here and the other local stations back then, you know. But I'm trying to tell you that when in tuning into the radio stations from Trinidad, you heard the bands which were far superior to the bands in St Kitts. Now, I myself, with a Spanish background, my father was born in Santo Domingo. Letting the people know that I have Spanish blood in my body and my veins. So I like to hear horns. I never like combo band yet. Never like a combo band, which we call a combo band, which is a band without horns, just guitar and keyboard. So I took a liking to the bands from Trinidad at the time, Joey Lewis and Ed Watson, the kind of those names that you might not know. But one in particular who passed away, I think a couple of weeks ago, Ron Burridge. He was, in my mind, one of the best out of Trinidad, and I used to listen to his band, and I aspired to sound like him or better. As a matter of fact, I wanted to be the best in the whole world of soca. And I think I was the best in the world of soca, and they said so in New York City. Proceed, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that is something that I think is not even up for debate. The way that your name still rings out even today speaks to the level of talent and excellence that you displayed and your band displayed. What did you think was one of the things that really helped to cement that title for you? Because was it the arrangements? Was it the band? Was it just the stage performance? What was it about the band and your leadership that really helped to cement you guys' legacy?
Well, let me tell you something. I took over the band at a very young age. In 1971, I should think that my brother, who was then the band leader, Calvin Esdell, he left to go away to study. And they nominated me to be the band leader at the JCs where we used to practice. I refused on the first ballot because I wanted to be disruptive. I couldn't believe it. I was one of the youngest in the band. I said, "What are you guys choosing me?" They say, "You are the most musical here. You lead us all the time with the music." And I know with your brother gone, you will continue to lead us with the music. So I said, okay. I accepted, but I told them one thing: you guys can do exactly what I say. They agreed to support me. Wussy, Patches, Bobby, everybody. They were older than me. They said, "You're the band leader. Let's go." I had a lot of music in my head. And the music that I was hearing, the composition of the band at the time did not meet my expectations. So I started to recruit horn players from the camp. I asked Wussy to bring me a trumpeter, and he brought me Will Grove Hicks. I asked Will Grove Hicks if he was another trumpeter. He brought me his brother, who he said was blowing a cornet, which is a small trumpet family. I asked Wussy to find me a trombone player, and he found me the late Dawood Bodada, Daddy Byron, which he didn't have in the band at the time. And no other brass player, apart from Van Bowers, who had horns carrying on. We were just coming up. And what I want to tell you is that the music in my head that was still is far superior to what is in the hands of most people in the Caribbean. And I say that without water in my mouth. If I come to St Kitts and put together the band that I can, and I ask the players what I want, I tear them up again anywhere in the world, anybody in the world come. I smash them to pieces. The music is in my head, so I was born with that.
Right.
Praise the Lord.
Right. So it's a God-given gift.
Mm-hmm.
You heard me, praise the Lord.
Oh man, I mean it's so interesting to hear you speak about some of the how this thing developed and recognizing that you needed to make some moves to achieve what it is you wanted to achieve, and we see that you were able to do so. I mean, as someone who's in the entertainment and the music field, it's always a pleasure. Like I said, when I go out and I tell people I'm from St Kitts, and 9 times out of 10, the first thing they say Ellie, man. First thing, it don't matter where you go. First thing they say Ellie, man, right after. So
No.
yeah.
Up to now, the mighty Sparrow who lives in New York, he still calls me. When are you coming to me? I try to tell him that I am in a wheelchair and I don't move around like I used to, but he doesn't get it because when he hears me full of chat, he takes a walk. But right now, I am in a better position because some friends of mine, led by the great King Richard Berridge and King Richard Goldstein, got me a nice Falcon electric wheelchair. Jesus Christ, boy, this thing like a Cadillac on wheels. I can go anywhere, and it folds up like a pram.
Okay.
I could go out of the plane, and when I come out of the plane, just fold up the chain and gone, zoom, I could pass it and leave, 5 minutes away. So I'm ready.
You ready to
I'm
move?
ready to come to St Kitts. I'm ready to come. St Kitts, I want to come in.
Bring home the king.
I think the king like you want to share some licks. So you look like you feel like you ain't share licks in a while.
Come like you want sugar mass, you say? Come like you want to come take over sugar mass?
Sugar Mass 50? I tell you, I'm ready for them. When Bradshaw declared National Carnival in 1971, none of you were born yet. I don't think so. But 1971, but we used to have, but 1970 we had 2 carnivals. That we used to call Soul Carnival and Christmas festivities. One was Palm and one was Labor. And I'm talking in colloquial labor. Yes, so we used to go one up the park and one downtown, and I just said this can't work because we too small for that.
Right.
We're going to have national carnival. I think his intention was to get people together, and it did, because Moonlight and Tota were able to come together. Moonlight from Palm and Tota from Labor, and then I think we had some big carnival. And my intention was for us to stop playing Fire in your wire, and I think I hear a boom from Antigua and Melda. Songs from Trinidad and all over the place. I figure when we say 71 National Carnival, we should be playing our own road march. And I was a student of Lord Kitchener, and I decided to make my own song. It was called Come Play Your March All Over Town for Carnival 71. And I thought we had won the road back because I was the first band, electronic band, to play for National Carnival on the road. The other band was on the road in 71 with mine. Brass band, electronic with guitar and horns. And a little truck, showing truck with the little generator coming down for the factory road. Mash up the town. I thought I was in the road march. I said, you cannot do the road march, sir, because you're not a Californian. I said, what?
Imagine that, sir.
I'm back 72. Leg on my jacket, and leg on my jacket, girl, I got home straight. I sing that. And I had junkie master, you tumbled up. Next thing, Calypso, me take me when they tell me, Mr. Animat, sir, you cannot really road match because you're not a Calypsonian. I said, oh, okay.
Okay.
I saw that I was superiorly qualified. I didn't want to go in the Calypso competition because they can't bang me, they can't compose it, we didn't know who I was. But I went in because I wanted to win the world match. And in 73, I was 20 years when I went in the competition, put it on them, Calypso King and Road Batch. And we went to record. And we beat Gemini Brass, the top band, who came to Trinidad, who won the Brass Rama in Trinidad and beat them in St. Thomas. I beat them like a child. According to Joseph Biden, I beat them like a drum.
Wow.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
But King, somebody on the live is asking you to recap some of your favorite performances overseas.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Boy, that's a job, you know. I am now 68 years old. Somebody says 68 years young. You see, I can tell somebody and tell you again, I don't play music for glory. I play music for satisfaction. I do not remember this. I remember that I play music to do the best. I want people to be happy when I sing, happy when I perform. That's what I play for. Mm-hmm. Satisfaction, not for money, not for fame. I play just for satisfaction. God give me that. When they asked me in New York City in a place called Audubon Ballroom in Manhattan, the Calypso Rose and the Mighty Shadow and Short, they say, Ellie, Matt, why you always singing about sacred, about Thai and Seaboard and Button and then people? Why you don't sing nice international song? I asked them to give me, what is international? They said, like Lorraine. I said, you know anything about Trinidad? I said, explainer and Sparrow and Kitchen to sing about Trinidad. Me come from St Kitts and I will sing about St Kitts till I die. I don't know this St Kitts. And if you ask me, I'll let me come listen to sing about Nevis. That's why I sing, I love St Kitts. And because sing Nevis nice. That's a business.
Yeah, man.
I born in St Kitts. I can represent St Kitts till I die. I love this because guess what? My grandmother from Cox in Nevis. My sister Albertine, she got this cooks up the tongue. She was raised in Jingaland, Nevis. I love Nevis to my heart. That's part of my heritage. That's part of my blood. But I born, where I was born in Newton. That's why I always said, the wet by the home in Newton and the cut me for poetry done. When they think that Ellie done, they never do. I had a shotguns. You shotgun? Oh God, I'm joking.
Man, it always amazes me how you're able to take real life situations and turn them into songs that even today we sing them out. Sometimes we didn't even know exactly the story behind the songs,
like
but it just speaks to the
I know you want to
composition.
ask for Makazima.
I love that one.
I bet you don't ask me because I'm going to tell you, Makazima got so much fame and very quietly. People in Trinidad campaign with India Makazima, they don't even know what I mean.
They don't even know what I mean.
A girl, but she said she was a girl, wrote me on the internet. She said she was in a fete in New York City, and they were playing music, and we were supposed to be through that fete, and she said they're playing all kind of music, and people just drinking, they wouldn't move. And the DJ put on India Makazima. She said when they reached the part, India, she said she couldn't believe. She asked them, who sing that song? They told her, Ellie, man. She said, who is Ellie, man? You don't know him. And so she tried to find me on the internet, and she did. She said, one of these days that when you're going to hear somebody say, it's me, I am the one asked. She said, she's going to find me. But nobody come up to me yet. But she said it was a Trinidad fact. But I had known before that the people that everybody like in the Makazima. When John L. Powell was asked at the Marriott Hotel in the election night, sing us a song, he said, Man, God, mania.
In your Makazima.
In your Makazima.
That seems to be John L's favorite song.
Oh, behave yourself, girl. You like to show and too much. I want you here. Hey, partners are back analysis that right there. When you hear them talking about inhuman masters, you know.
Yes, I.
When they came with me, song was so.
Hey, is joke me making?
Oh, God.
You know, King, you know why I like to show it? Because I'm just like you, I'm from your town. So it's in with blood.
Bacchanalius? You
Yes,
from
I.
the places me, Ellie, Matt, Steve, Miss Eddie, and Butterheart, and all of them. Black Kai. Oh, my God. That is why. And Jim Brown and Baptist, Sharp. My people from your town.
If I don't big you up from this lady, I can talk to her again. Right there in George Street. Gloria.
Gloria. Gloria. Do this soca. Dance this soca. Janet.
Yeah, man.
Gloria's pretty. Gloria's sweet. Because she's spoiling the soccer beat.
You got a whole song now.
Because your sister is your mean. I want to say, don't let me say it. Gloria, my condolences to the passing of the late sister Dolores.
Yeah.
She was also a big Ellie fan.
For sure.
We all gonna feel it because everybody who passed from Newtown, the whole in Newtown feel it. We feel it. And God bless you in your moment of grief. And I know you need comfort. God bless you.
Yeah, for sure.
Sir.
For sure.
I feel like that might put a little smile on her face.
Oh, for sure.
Hey,
watch it.
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me say a quick history of Gloria. She made for me a crown one time. She made for me all kind of costumes. But the crown she made for me was so nice. When I won the crown, with the crown that she gave to me, the next year, I won again, and I used the same crown she gave to me. Then the next year I didn't go in, and Fancy went in and he won. He asked me for the crown. I said, what crown you ask her? Not my crown. He better go ask Carnival Committee for a crown. So then he sang the next year. I'm a king without a crown in my country.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, Ellie, I got the crown under the barefoot tree, but I had the crown under the barefoot tree, but that is my crown.
Right.
Was made to me by Gloria. So all who didn't know from Connor, who thought you all had a great, but not as great as me, you know. Come on, she's a great custodian and a good musician, not as great as me.
Oh,
I ain't fit to say it because I talk to the truth.
Oh. Well, there you have it.
Well, I'm in no position to question you, sir. I'm in no position to question you.
Jade?
Yes.
Tell them, Camry, them man dangerous, stronger than ever.
I mean, they could hear it.
We could hear it. I was about to say.
I just said the only thing left is to bring you home.
Yeah, man, the challenge done.
If they're brave enough, they feel me, they think me gonna still on them. I want to tell them in power, if you're doing good, I will sing good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing bad, I will also sing good about the bad. But I will always sing good, and you always will be proud of me, whether you like me or not.
Right.
The fact is, I am the BEST. I'm not best by, the BEST. Best. Period.
Oh man.
I have nothing to give name yet, They give people OBE, MBE, and Sir Bakid Emmanuel from Antigua, and Sir Short, and Sir Swallow. And the same sake is Sir is only reserved for the politicians. So I mean, I'm a politician. I mean, they put me in it one time reluctantly. They just called me name. But anyway, That's how you go.
That's how you go. That's how you go.
Oh dear.
But like I said, like for us here at least, in Island Tea, we want to give you your flowers while you're here, and let you know that we definitely all fans. As a matter of fact, when we first started the show, it used to be one day a week where I used to make sure I play some Ellie for the listeners, and they used to look forward to that for sure. But I mean, do you think that we would ever be able to see local musicians and local bands being able to have the impact that Elimat and the GI's Brass had back in the day? I know I still hear people from talk about Brassarama performances. I actually spoke to someone who would have witnessed a show with you guys and Byron Lee, and say, yeah, I'll rip up Byron Lee. I don't know. And
I'll rip up anywhere go.
You see there? You see there?
Anywhere go. You think I'm making joke?
Anywhere.
Tal, I ain't even questioning it.
Anywhere I go.
Okay.
Listen to the next line. I can go again.
Okay.
Listen to the next line. Anything I do. What the next line is? I can do again.
Okay.
So if I mash up, I could mend back. If I go down, I could come back fighting. So tell them they could leave town. They could try their best, but they can't keep a good man down. What the answer is?
Man gone, man, yeah.
Where by?
Azem, bye.
Pull me up, somebody pull me up.
Pull up.
Before they pull up me. Look, I'm telling you, if you can laugh, you can have fun.
We agree.
I'll tell you something. For our music and our talent to come back up, we have to have something or somebody at the top who can push music, play music. Everybody almost sounds the same because they're being guided by the winning box. Winning box is a computer. What you put in, you get out. Ellie might play from his head. What I put in is what will come out. And the computer is as fast as me because the computer cannot harmonize unless you tell it to harmonize. And when it harmonizes, it can harmonize in 5 and 6 parts. And if you don't know music, you don't know which part is the second or the third part. And most of them bands don't. It's about 2 or 3 hands. So how you going to play it good? Give me a break. That's how much.
Well, man. Yeah.
I know. Listen, I taught myself music after coming to grammar school early. I stayed home to teach myself music notation. I could not write the music properly. I couldn't write music by phrase. And I stayed home and I had to teach myself by looking at music that was given to me by the Mighty Sparrow and listening to his album at the same time and watching them and putting them together. I used the head, you know. When I went down to school, I learned something. Because I went during school time. I didn't go during break, no holidays. I was maybe, you know. Are you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I taught myself, but I learned to play the guitar, the bass, and I used to even play drums. I played the saxophone, and I know the scale of the trumpet. And anything with notes, we can play a song or anything. And any song I hear, we play the chords without even touching an instrument. Now, that is just a gift. And I could write a song, even talking to you, I could write a song for you.
Right.
If you want it.
Right.
But that's because I heard Elton John, eh? Remember he got no S. He's Elton John and Elton Nero. Please. You know, and he said he could write a song and I made it out 2 or 3 minutes. I could do the same thing.
Right.
We had the same talent there. It's simple. And I could teach anybody how to do that. They may not do it as fast as me, but I could teach them how to write, compose, write music. Let me tell you something. I write my own song arrange the music for my own song, write the music for my own song, and I could play it.
Right.
And then I sing it. Who's doing that down there? Tell me. I do believe that. But you have to remember, once two time a star is one, everybody will be like Ellie, but I kind of won't talent them there.
Yeah.
A lot of people in there play good keyboards and songs, but that's one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they might be better than me. They might be they are better than me, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a keyboard player. I only play the keyboard to supplement my band, to supplement the music. I am an arranger by choice and a bass man by design. I am a bass player. That's when we started the band, the GI Brass, when we were group impressions, I was the bass player in the band. Brother Warren was the guitar player. Then later on I became the organ player, and I taught somebody how to play the bass, and I never looked back. But I still play bass now and then.
Nice.
Well, while you're here listing out all of these instruments, somebody actually wants to know about your pan days.
I'm figured that I come to that. I must have left out something in me. It's been a big mouth. Of course. Pan was this. When I was growing up at 12 years old, they didn't have an instrument in my house, and there never was one in my house. My mother was a Christian. My brother, my eldest brother, boy, he died now. He passed away, loved him to death. He brought home a pan, and that time we were adding on the house. I was about maybe 9 or 10, and I took a stick and I started playing the pan quietly when he was there, and I found out the notes on the pan, and I could have played this song with the stick. And I used to cut and knock it all the time behind his back. But one day he caught me. He said, "Oh, what you doing there? You can't knock it with that." And he gave me this stick with the rubber. And he said, play that song. And every song he gave me to play, I played it. And he used to play in the town original band, Invaders. You hear the name? Invaders. So we coming down, we're coming for war. Yes. And so I learned to play pan from him. And then Invaders went to England in Ireland. I think it's around 1965. I think they went to England. And they left behind some players. We were doing the Invaders, and then we walked into Carnation. And we used to practice on Pond Road behind where Ronnie Rasta used to be there, in a yard there. The band leader was a guy called Crossley. He used to work in the bank for years. He passed away, I think. But I used to play pan with them. And then I played with Coca-Cola on the road a couple of times, But after a while, the pan couldn't take me where I want to go. Because what I was hearing was the big steamer in my head. What I was hearing was brass.
Right.
So I had to go and get into, or get with the sounds that I was hearing in my head, which I still hear. Mind you, I've been listening to Trinidad Steve and competitions for years now, and I'd like to try my hand one of these days with a big band and see if I could arrange for them. But that is a hearing you got to have, which I don't normally hear. But it's the same thing, you arrange past, you find out who you have to arrange for. Right. And your song go along, you tell them where you want them to play.
Right.
You could do it two ways. You could do it by ear, or you could do it with by music notation. Because right now I'm teaching my granddaughter in England over the phone. She plays piano, 9 years old. Don't mess with her. She plays almost better than me. Her name is Sophia Nero. And my son, Lyric, he's in Virginia. He's also playing the piano. And when I come to St Kitts next time, because the last time I came, he came with me. Every time I come to St Kitts, he's going to come with me. And the next band I meet, Lyric is going to be the keyboard and probably the band leader eventually, because, he got the talent. He started late, but I tell you, he's sharp at the razor.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
People like Slim has one here in Orlando. He's going to, anytime he comes back home, he's coming home.
Right.
Play, man, you got Styly from your tongue. Styly, man, I got some musicians here ready to go. Alex from Kevon, trumpet, ready to come home. And not Sherry to practice in the hand. But we're ready for them. Just let them come home. Just bring me home and I hear music, look up for them.
But King, we're gonna have to wrap up soon. But I mean, there's so much knowledge, so much experience, so much things that has happened in your life. Like, is there any plan to somehow document some of this, whether it is a movie, a bio, a book?
I have a bio. I have an autobiography that's coming out shortly. Hopefully we can time it for the 50th anniversary.
Oh wow!
We're working on it as we speak.
Oh, that would be amazing.
My assistant, my writer, I am the man who's speaking, but he is the man who's doing the correction. Is Glenn Roy Lancet. He's a newcomer man. I'm a friend. Who don't like him, that is their business. I like him, and he's a lecturer at the university, at the Fitzgerald University.
Mm-hmm.
And he just wrote a book there the other day, so he's helping me with my autobiography. And I'll be having some funny stories and pictures there, unseen by a lot of people, So we're working on that, and we have some sponsorship already. We have some sponsorship from, I think it's Lime, and I think Nagico has also put something in there to help us get that book out, by the time. So we're still seeking sponsorships as we go along.
For sure.
But I'm glad that you asked me that.
Yeah, because I think it's important for us to document these experiences and these stories, especially people who have so much to offer like yourself. And I know when this book is ready and comes out, and hopefully it will be good for it to coincide with the 50th anniversary of the carnival. I think that would be a good look.
I think
that is what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I'm also trying to bring out some new music.
Uh-huh.
I have
exclusive?
Yes, I live right here in a nursing home, and this does not aid, and it does not prevent me from what's in my head. I put it on paper and I play my keyboards here. I haven't played for a while because I am doing some operation on the left hand. I haven't really played for a while, but I play. And I could still play. I can't forget. Playing keyboard is like riding a bicycle. You can't forget.
Right.
And the music is in my head, and I compose all the time. And I'm going to produce for this carnival coming up. Clem Edwards, I will be writing a couple songs for him.
Oh.
Kylie Morris, I'm going to be writing something for him. My son that I'm singing in Spanish.
What?
And Ellie back then dub them up in English.
Wow. Well, I can't wait. And when this book is finished, and when we have some music coming out, I'm sure you'll be back to talk to us and talk about the process and what it is that you're offering to us here, coming up.
Yes, of course. I'll try my best because Bob Hall, the old Bob Hall from Scotia Bank, who used to make me all the calls every time I late in the payment, is a good friend still. And all the Davis fans, Bahawla, Bob Hall, and all of them, boy, and them, And they tune in, then Roy. I have a friend in New York, his name is Cardinal Smith. If I was not to mention him, I would be in his dog house, and that's not a nice place to be.
Right.
And if I mention my children, Sharifa, and she has a daughter, Deja, and my daughter Shaka is in Toronto, and she has 6 kids, 5 boys and 1 girl. They all have African days with ties up my tongue. I can't call her them. Because she's a Rasta. She's a Rasta. I can't call her them. And I ain't even trying. They're in business, but they belong to me, sure.
Yes, sir. All they're part of the Nero clan.
Boy, I tell you, and the old lady, Italia, she picture will be in my book. The sweetest woman I ever know. Love me, love me, love me. And I love her, love her, love her, love her.
Hey.
I don't care where she is.
Hey, wait. This ain't that kind of show, you know, King. Ain't that kind of show.
What show? I forgot. I transgressed. No, I digress. I'm sorry. I get carried away. When you mentioned my mother, I get carried away. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about that. But no apologies same way at the same time. All I'm sorry, no apologies. And this is called a paradox.
King, it's been such a pleasure. It's been such a pleasure talking to you this morning. A real honor and a privilege. I mean, I know even for the people listening and the people who are watching online, I mean, they also been saying, you know, congrats, King. You're the king. You're the best. So there's still a lot of support here, and I don't believe that would ever go, as long as there's a place called St Kitts and Nevis. So thank you so much for joining us right here on Island this morning.
I thank you all very much for giving me the opportunity to have a good rapport with my friends, fans, antagonists, and protagonists.
Indeed, man. Thank you so much, and hey, good luck today. And again,
yes. I need it.
Yeah, man. Good luck today, and we'll be looking forward to good reports coming forward. Because we really want to see this competition, eh? I don't know who gonna lose the 10,000, but I know they're gonna lose it.
Oh, that's why I remind them. I said 10,000 US.
Oh, sorry, sir.
I hear plenty money. I got somebody who back up with action. I don't have it.
All right, man. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah, I'll take it easy and stay good. Stay bringing up the good news, eh?
We will try
to all the people in St Kitts, I took my vaccine. I have 2, so nobody need to quarantine me when I come down.
That's right.
I feel you on that. All right, man.
So no bother.
All right, man. Oh.
Okay.